Good evening, folks, and welcome to Game 1 of the playoff series between the St. John Vitos and the Moncton Thunderbirds for the U16 AAA Nova Scotia Hockey League. We are here at the Q-Plex on this fine Saturday night, and we're about to get things kicked off here. Vitos finishing the season in 5th place with a 21-8 record, 46 points. We have the Thunderbirds landing last with a 6-24 record with 15 points. Although that spread means nothing, as the matchups between these two teams have been quite close all season, and we should have a fantastic tight series on our hands here. Here we go. Puck back to the Thunderbirds. They're going to send that in and be picked up through neutral zone. Thunderbirds making their way forward into Vitos territory. They'll be backhand back to neutral zone by McQuaid. Off the glass by Price. And McQuaid taking the bodies into the board. As Thunderbirds almost make his way there mid-zone, but that is shot down by a Hearn. And Hearn will pick that up and look for that outlet pass. Slowed down. Travis Nicholson gains control. He'll pump that deep as Cousins goes in against Hearn once again. And looks like McQuaid's going to make his way through off the shins. Back down in. Nicholson has control. Deep it goes, and the chase is on. Rounding up the boards. Peters holding the line. Hearn's going to chase this one down. And the Vitos struggle to make anything happen to get out of their zone and get some offensive plays going here. O'Toole tries to pick this one up. He's denied. Chipped high in the air as we have an offside call against the Thunderbirds. Will send us to the face-off just outside the Vitos blue line. And at the draw, we have Greeley going against, I believe that was Mazerol. Back in, Cormier to the boards. And Cormier and Pearson will look to make something happen here. And in the feet, and that's lost, but manages to get that out. It'll be walked in, and finally, Vitos is in control in the Thunderbird zone, and a cross-crease pass. Goalie lost his stick. And, back out front, and that is taken away in a shot and a glove save by Gallant. Number 31 for the Thunderbirds, Blake Gallant, starting off this game. And he'll go up against, I believe it's Sam Millier. It's hard to read the numbers. Looks like a 30 to me. And back at the face-off circle. Thunderbird zone, back to McQuaid. McQuaid taking the shot pad save to the corner. And they'll battle at the boards for this one as Price comes away with it. Great pass there, and that'll be swiped away by Millier. Neutral zone be dumped in deep. And Vitos gain control once again. And the affiliate, Liam Moffin, trying to make something happen there. As he'll chase this one down as white icing's waved off. And he's taken into the boards, and Moffat will send that in for Cutler. And that'll be picked up by Whitaker as Continues to try to make something happen there. He'll send that around. And that'll be chipped out. And icing's waved off. Grayson Shanks a little too close as he has the ability to grab that one. And Thunderbirds get the change. Shanks racing through, chips in. He'll chase this one down against Elliot Blay. Off the boards. And all alone, O'Connor. Oh, the shot, he scores! O'Connor from behind the net. Chases that puck down. And gets the pass out front to Elliot Blay. And that's going to be a 1-0 game, Thunderbirds. .06 left here in the first period. 1-0 for Moncton. Moncton wins that one back. Pass out. Ahern will pick that up in his zone. And Thunderbirds with the pressure, almost gain control. Arbo, the stretch pass. No ice. They'll go head-to-head down there. Steves against... It's again hard to read those numbers on those jerseys. And that is going to be picked up by the goaltender. Sent in behind. And Tennyson Godden with Ahern couldn't make the play through neutral. In behind the net, Godden will chip that off. And again, behind the net, the Thunderbirds look to make that pass, and he fans on it. Vitos take control once again. Through the shot, and that's a pad save. And the rebound. Couldn't pick that one up as he's denied, and Cormier loses an edge there just at the blue line. Bellier sends it deep. And affiliate Ethan Dion at number 15. And it looks like we have a hit in the corner, and the fans are going wild on the glass. Cormier. And whistled down as the Thunderbirds player is on the ice. And I didn't quite see exactly what the hit was, but the chaos from the fans shaking the glass definitely had me a bit rattled there. We are 14:26 left here in the first period. 1-0 Thunderbirds, and he is up and skating to the bench. There was no penalty there. I'm guessing it was a clean hit, and I believe that it's Price. Nope. And we'll be back at the draw circle just outside Thunderbird zone here. And the guys getting the gears from the linesman. Back. Vitos almost had control there, but Noah Cormier will have this in behind the net and drop pass back. Tries to send it deep, denied by the Thunderbirds defense. And we have a hand pass. Didn't see who that was against. We'll pull this one over to the draw circle outside Vito's zone. With 14:02 left. The line changes for both benches here. Greeley against Nicholson at the draw. And Thunderbirds so far been dominant, winning those face-offs. And they just picked up another one, sent it deep. Vitos will change the direction. Oh, and the shot and a missed rebound, wide open net. for Pearson. McQuaid, deep, opposite corner. And Shanks will rim that around. And coming in with the big hit was Pearson, but held off very well by Nicholson. In behind, looking for that centering pass, and nobody open. And drop back. We have Wilson picking this up. And that's all the way around back out center ice. Whitaker going for Greeley. And that is stolen away by Steves. He'll send that deep and go for the change. Back to the point. He'll rim that around. And Price sends that back deep. Vitos trying to make a move in behind the net. That goes off the back, and Thunderbirds are back in control here. Back to Price. Price is going to take the shot. He scores! And a 5-hole goal for Price from the point. I don't know if that was tipped. I don't think it was. Price is at the head of the line, so I believe that was a straight goal. And a possible assist there. And back at center circle, 2-0 Thunderbirds. And chip through. Thunderbirds have control once again. Liam Moffat will pick that up, makes a quick pass. Back around to Moffat. Moffat centering. And that'll be chipped in deep. And they'll chase this puck down. And Whitaker puts that around for Moffat. Moffat trying to gain control off the boards. And that'll be chipped back out and down into Vito's zone.
Thunderbirds goal scored by number 4, Evan Price.
Evan Price with the goal.
This number 17, Maxim Learmouth. Price from Learmouth.
And that was a Price goal from Maxim Learmouth. And Blay will carry this one around. Looking for Terrio. Terrio couldn't get a hold of it there. As Noah Cormier is putting the pressure on. And number 9, Alexander Mazerol making the moves around. Blocks that one at the blue line. Terrio couldn't quite kick that one to pick it up. And the Vitos will get that one back into the offensive zone. And battles at the boards. The puck comes off. Thunderbirds once again making their way in. Lands. And a really big back and forth game here. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Vitos get the offside call as Trip Livingston just couldn't get control of that puck. And we're 9:50 left here in the first period. 2-0 Thunderbirds. Shots on goal are even at 4. And we'll have Alexander Daggle do the honors here. Shot, and that is a stick save out to the boards. And I'm not sure what the whistle, missing puck. Don't know where the puck went. Up and out of play. I didn't catch that one. We'll have a face-off just right of Blake Gallant. Vitos holding the line. That is back around deep. As McQuaid sends that in for O'Toole. O'Toole with the moves. And tries to make a centering pass, and that's denied. A shot by Bellier. That's chipped up and over by Cousins. Puck rimmed around. And McQuaid chased this one down as Chamberlain gets the breakaway, pulls that puck away, and Millier with the great save there. Daggle going in 1-on-2. Tries to get the shot that's tipped wide. With a bouncing puck almost getting into the net there. Arbo. Pass up center ice. And that'll be sent in deep by Luc Bellier, but picked up quickly. A high chip there as McNaughton runs that one down. Couldn't quite get there, and we'll have Jake Arbo going for that stretch pass, and Steves denied that. We have a big hit center ice. And Travis Nicholson will go back to the bench as he took that hit pretty hard. Vitos got a shot off there, but that was just chipped up over in the net as he looked like he tried to roof that one on the short side near the goal line. And battle at the boards here. Nobody can seem to get that puck free as everybody's pinching it. Vitos gain control. Cameron Wilson. Drop back. Back to Arbo. Arbo trying to go across crease to Pearson, and the net comes off as the Thunderbirds defense denies that cross crease pass. Thunderbirds up 2-0. 7:02 left here in the first. Game 1 of the playoffs here at the Q-Plex for the U16 AAA Nova Scotia Hockey League. And we will be back at the draw circle. And Case and Cooling going to take this as he's one of the league point leaders, tied with Tripp Livingston. And a tripping call coming up, going to Kyron Lance as Millier's to the bench. We have a 6-on-5 for Vitos. Stretch pass up off the boards, and that'll be a touch by Thunderbirds. And Vitos will go on the power play for 2. And we have Livingston, McKinnon, Cooling, Wilson. And can't quite see the right wing for the power play. And one back cleanly by the Vitos. McKinnon, defensive point leader for the league. as McKinnon has 30 points, bagging 9 goals and 21 assists in 24 games. And that's a clear for the Thunderbirds. And that'll be McKinnon picking that one up in behind the net. He'll race through with a little bit of speed here. Over to Whitaker. Whitaker back. Livingston with the shot, and that is right into the chest of Gallant. Thunderbirds doing a good job here killing off this penalty so far. 44 seconds gone, 1:16 left in the Vitos power play. To the boards. Whitaker's going to battle this one out. Back, Livingston walks in. Pass over. Back as Vitos try to open these lanes. Cooling fans on it. And everybody's fanning on it. Nobody could get the clear from the Thunderbirds. And that's right back in Cooling's stick as he tries to make the play towards the net. Back to Livingston as they settle this one down. Yeah, try to get set up to get those lanes open for the shot. And there it is. Shot. Oh, and he just misses that wide. Trapper's side. Wilson making the moves, loses the puck in his feet, and that'll be cleared out by Steves. Sorry. Vitos with only 16 seconds left, and that's poked away by Terrio. And back out neutral ice. As we come back to even strength here, McQuaid's going to make one last push. The man advantage on the shot, and that is tipped up even over the netting. .38 left here. Thunderbirds up 2-0. We are back to the draw circle. And a linesman not liking something that he saw. He's going to whistle that down. And swap Cooling out for Pearson. One back to Wilson. Quick couple one-touch passes there. McQuaid just loses that one off the end of his stick. Back deep. Wilson with getting the pressure from Price at the boards. And that'll be chipped back in. And Thunderbirds make their way through as Mazerel gets that pass. And the shot. And a save by Millier. Back to Price as he sends it Terrio. Terrio with a between the legs backhand pass. And they will continue battling back and forth in the neutral zone here. And Greeley coming in on the breakaway. Shot! And that is off Gallant. Back in Vito's possession. Oh, he makes the play to go out front, and that's tipped wide by Greeley just out in behind the net. Got some battles here at the board. Puck comes free. And Peters makes the pass. That's picked up by Whitaker. Whitaker with the shot, and that is out of play. And still 2-0 Thunderbirds. 3:11 left here in the first period. 7 shots on goal for the Vitos, 5 for the Thunderbirds. And Vitos winning another face-off. Battles in at the corner. That'll be pulled away. Going for that short side. That is off the knee. And Blay will make his way through. Goes for the shot that's off the skate of Arbo. And that is into the net. We'll go to the face-off in the Vitos zone. Just outside the Vitos zone. And we have a penalty. Sorry, I missed that one, folks. Looks like Tennyson Godden's going to go to the box for 2. And then we'll be back. We have to draw a circle here in the Vitos zone. And draw one back, poked away by Millier. Thunderbirds gain control here. Terrio.
2 minutes for hit contact. God, 2 minutes hit contact at 17-18.
Tennyson Godden going for head contact. And a funny little nice save there by Millier. And the goal waved off. I'm not sure why. The cluster there, I couldn't quite tell what was going on. He must have had it covered up or something. And we'll face off. Left of Millier. Thunderbirds getting swapped out here. Mazerol will come in. And in the feet, Vitos going to come away with that one. 1:18 left in the power play for the Moncton Thunderbirds. And Terrio is going to get this started. Up to Mazerol. Mazerol walks through. And Thunderbirds set up, and the shot, and that is wide. And a beautiful play there between Mazerol and Terrio, and then Vitos get the puck clear once again. Mazerol will pick this one up. And Mazerol going forward up to Terrio. Terrio coming through, going 1-on-2. Keeps control. And tries to get that pass, and that's denied, and right out front. And Millier with the save. It looked like it was swiped away by his glove. And Price coming in, and a nice block there by Cameron Wilson. And he's to the bench. It looked like it hurt. I don't know if it caught his hand or what, but he's definitely in some pain there. 3 seconds left, and we're back to even strength with 40 seconds left in the period. And back to even as Godden comes out of the box. Blay is going to send that one deep as the Thunderbirds tag up here. Cousins was in a little too far. Godden out of the box and coming in hot fire. Greeley with the shot, and that is wide off the pads. It's going for the side of the net. And Dermott sending that straight back to Vitos' possession. Shot, and that is off the stick. I believe of Price, and up and out of play. And 4 seconds left. 2-0 Thunderbirds. And we'll take this face off quick, and then we'll go for a quick break while they clean the ice up. Cooling against Terrio, I think. No, never mind. That was 27. Nicholson. And right there. Oh, and he couldn't get it through. And the boys are going to get into a bit of a scrap here. And we have O'Toole and that was O'Toole against Declan Steves. And O'Toole is gone. Oh, wait, I don't know. I don't know what the penalties are going to be here. Everybody's going to the dressing rooms while the ice gets flooded and try and reel them in. Vito's going to look to get on the board here in the second period. 2-0 Thunderbirds. And we'll be back in about 15. All right, welcome back, folks. Second period, 20 minutes on the clock. Thunderbirds are up 2-0. We have Carson O'Toole in the box, as well as Bellier serving a 2-minute. Back, Thunderbirds get this face-off played to the boards. Vitos almost had a good play there.
And 2 minutes for slashing. The slashing minor being served by number 13, Luke Bellier. To the Thunderbirds, number 3, Nikolai Steves, 2 minutes for roughing. All at the 20-minute mark of the first period.
So, first period after the whistle, we have Carson O'Toole in the box for roughing 2 minutes, slashing 2 minutes. And Bellier is serving the 2-minute slashing. And then we have Declan Steves in the box for 2 for roughing. And that was how they ended the first, with a little bit of action. And 1 minute left on the penalty kill here for the Vitos, and Thunderbirds have yet to make anything happen on this man advantage. Thunderbirds gain control. And pass up to the point. Horton couldn't get a hold, swiped away by Livingston. And that's going to be an offside call against Vitos. Pass just in behind Trip Livingston as he crosses the line. But that was a good opportunity for Vitos to kind of get into the zone and get another shot on net. Short-handed, 37 seconds left in the penalty kill. And Jacob Greeley at the draw circle against Maxim Learmouth. And one back cleanly. As they send this one in behind the net to get set up to make their move forward. And snapped in deep. Cousins almost wins it off the board. Vitos denies that one. And McKinnon is going to chip this one in as him and Greeley are in deep together. 6 seconds left. And they'll try to hold on to this one. Gain offensive zone control as Bellier comes out of the box. And we have Greeley getting hit to the ice by, I think, Nicholson. And couldn't quite get back up. And that'll be blown down. Go back to the face-off. Thunderbirds getting line change here. And we're back to even strength. Vitos down by 2, and they're looking to get on the board here. Pass out front, picked off. As O'Connor sends that deep. And Noah Cormier sends that around. Back. And that's going to be an icing call. And he whistled down against the Thunderbirds. Will go back down into their zone for the face-off. And we have Luke Bellier do the honors. Not sure. And they don't like what they see there on Luke, so Daggle will swap out, and that is picked right up there by the Thunderbirds. Missed pass to Matthews. McKinnon, the defense, making his way forward, tries to make the move. Couldn't quite get there, poked away by Gallant. Back, and a shot, and that's off the post. And a beautiful shot from the point, going for that far side. That'll be chipped back in. Tyrus Peters battle it out, and that is a 1 puck. Pass up to Matthews, denied by Whitaker. We'll have a puck pinch at the boards. Trying to get it free is 2 Thunderbirds to the ice, and they're given a penalty to Daggle for cross-checking, which I can't completely agree with. It looked like he was almost falling forward. It wasn't an intentional cross-check. Sending the Thunderbirds back to the power play for 2. 16-13 left here in the second period. Thunderbirds up 2-0 against the Vitos. Fortin will step in. Mazur will take it out. Thunderbirds gain control back to Terrio. Tries to send that back in deep, and Arbo will steal this one away. And he's making his way through, splits in, and the shot, and a nice save there by Gallant. And the cross checks to the head. Couldn't quite tell exactly where he was hitting, but Alexi Fortin was getting aggressive there. And then some punches thrown back. And he's getting a 2-minute for a rough. And that is also really going to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. And he's getting the retaliation penalty. If he had just taken it, they would have gotten a bit of a power play. So we will be 5-on-4. And another Thunderbird going to the box to serve. I have no idea. We are 4-on-4. All right, 4-on-4 for 146. And then Vitos will go to the power play for 14 seconds. Vitos gaining control, and the shot going for that top corner, and that goes wide. Livingston trying to walk that around. And Mazur will pick that one off, and a nice play and a nice defensive play there by, I think that was Shanks. Vitos gained control again. Cooling, making a little fan there. He'll drop that one back. Back up to Shanks. Stretch pass, center ice. And that'll be chipped in by Cooling. Livingston will send that around. Pass up center ice, kicked away by Terrio, picked up by Shanks. Cooling, dropping that back for Max McKinnon. And stolen away. And Terrio will send that deep. Thunderbirds get the change, and we'll get the penalties right now. Jacob Gurley, 2 minutes for roughing. Alex Fortin, 2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for hooking, and Lance will serve the hooking. Oh, and a nice backhand short side into the mask of Gallant. And we are coming back to even strength here. Another little backhand there off the pads of Gallant, and that is sent back out to neutral zone. McKinnon. And I think that was just an offside call. I think we have another penalty coming up. And I'm sorry, folks, this is a lot to try and... Oh, wait. 410 is back in the box. I guess he came out too early. No penalties. All right. Starting to keep track of it here. O'Toole. Or Cutler. Sorry, Cutler at the draw. And affiliate Liam Moffat back on the ice. And the small and mighty, nice and fast. Liam Moffat plays U15 AAA for the Southern Rangers. And let's see if he can make a difference out here and help get the Vitos on the board. Arbo will chase this one down, brush this against the board as he takes the hit. Chipped up. Ethan Dion's going on the chase. The other affiliate for the Thunderbirds. As Mason Zwedeveld is out on a game suspension for fighting. Shanks, or not. Oh, and the missed rebound. Sorry, that was Whitaker. Whitaker walked that one in. Nice pass. And then the shot. Thunderbirds, great play there. Getting their way back in Vito's zone. Mazerow loses the puck to Arbo. Arbo. And delayed offside here against the Thunderbirds as they tag up. Stretch pass up to Moffat. Moffat trying to make a play as the Vitos get the change, and he just dumps that center ice. And Blay picks it up, walks this one easily down back into Vito's zone. And the battle's back on. Gain control of the puck, poked away. O'Toole back in control off the skates of O'Connor. And the shot, and that'll be blockered away. O'Toole again, shot. Oh, and off the rebound, and he scores! O'Toole off the crossbar. Bellier picking up the rebound and net Vito's first goal of this playoff game. 2-1 for the Thunderbirds. And that goal will hopefully light a little bit of fire underneath these Vitos here tonight. Shanks picking this one up, putting it deep. Wilson go on the chase, swiped around by Peters, I believe that was. The shot from the point, fans on it. Regroups and gets that in behind the net. Cameron Wilson. Right out. Looking, and he gets tripped up and nothing there from the refs. It looked like Thunderbirds were trying to get that cleared out. That was knocked back down. And finally they do. Shanks out there, ready to retrieve. He sends that one off the official. Or off the linesman, and a stretch pass to Cousins. And a wicked back check. Cousins takes the shot. Milia makes the pad save. And chipped in deep. Pearson sends that around, and a misplay there almost. Shanks almost getting caught. with the slow reactions trying to get that puck moved. McKinnon walks it through. Wilson will send it deep. And the Vitos are going to get some fresh legs out here as the Thunderbirds are trying to make their way out of the zone, slowly but surely. Blais. Oh, and a goal! And what did I just see? The puck fumbled in the feet, and Greeley's going to take credit for that one, as I think he was the last one to touch it in the feet of one of the Thunderbirds players, and kicked in and around the goaltender, and it's tied up at 2. And I cannot wait to go back and watch that one, because that was an absolute fumble by the Thunderbirds. And the Vitos going to make their way forward. McKinnon giving it off the skate and back. And I think that's a... Oh, that push towards the net, the Vitos are not happy about it, and they're going to start getting chippy in this game here. Offside call. Puck sent at the net after the whistle, and the boys are angry. Couple of penalties coming up here, and we'll see what we got. We have a roughing. So we have Terrio and Mazarol from the Thunderbirds sitting. And we have Cooling also sitting. And we'll see what we got here. It's going to be a Vitos offensive zone face-off. And we are going 5-on-4 for the Vitos. They're going to have a power play here. Power play line out. .10:01 left here, tied at 2. McQuaid has control off the draw. And a shot and a stick save to the corner. Daggle will pick this one up. Back in deep. Shot off the skates of Steves. Now we picked back up by Daggle. Back to Cormier. Cormier with the shot and hits Bellier. And the shot. Oh, and the boys couldn't get it out of the air. Great scoring chance there. In. Shot. And that is enough. Was that in and out? I don't know if that was off the post or in and out, but it looked in and out to me. And another post, and that is up and out of play. And that shot must have been off the post. And I can't wait to go back and watch this game and have a look at some of these things that are happening. But Vitos looking a lot better this period than they did in the first. And 1:07 left in the Vitos power play. One back to the corner. That'll be rimmed around, and Wilson couldn't get there to hold that one in, and he'll go one-on-one with Limeth. It gets tripped up, and that no call from the ref on that one. McKinnon. McKinnon make his way through. And loses the puck, but keeps control. McKinnon back to Wilson. Wilson back to McKinnon. McKinnon is going to take the shot, and that is blocked out front. Didn't see if that was off Gallant or not. McKinnon is going to bring this one back in. Makes the move and loses it, and O'Connor backhand out to get the clear with 10 seconds left. And Godden over to Pearson. Pearson trying to get one last shot as we come back to even strength. Mazarol making his way out of the box, and that is going to be an offside call. And Mazarol was just going straight for the bench, wasn't paying attention to the play. You got to be looking up the ice for those stretch passes to get that breakaway. Back to even strength, 7:54 left. We're tied at 2 here. Game 1 of this playoff series between the Thunderbirds and the St. John Vitos. One all the way back. Deep in Thunderbird zone. And off the glass and out. And that'll be chased down. Icing waved off. Godden getting there with McNaughton. And Godden will take control as he tries to make the play up to Greeley. And Greeley looked like he was trying to get to the bench or something. I'm not sure. Thunderbirds got some control there, but Vitos managed to win it back. And a shot in the outside of the net, going the short side by McQuaid. Looks like a clear attempt into the McQuaid shins by Peters. Right out front, going 1-on-2. We have nice little battle here, and Shanks sending it deep. Right out front. Bouncing puck, and they score! And the Vitos are up by 1. And that is going to be a goal from I think that was Luke Bellier netting that one. We'll wait for the announcer to see exactly who put that one in. And the assists. 6:39 left here in the second period. 3-2 Vitos. Shots on goal are 19-8 now. Vitos with 19. Thunderbirds with 8. Luke Bellier, number 2 of the game. Alex Cutler getting the assist. And Jacob Greeley getting the second assist on that one. Back to Shanks. Shanks centering pass, and that's going to be an icing call. We'll pull this one back down into Vitos territory for the face-off. It's 6:06 left here in the second period. I believe that's Daggle at the draw, going up against Lexi Forte. In the feet. Kicked away by O'Toole. O'Toole sends that one to the boards over to Daggle. Daggle sends it in as Dion is going to pick that up and make the play back out with O'Toole. Gets that one back deep. Daggle will make the chase. Into the shins of O'Toole by Chamberlain. And we are back center ice. Daggle gets it deep. O'Toole and Whitaker need to tag up as they're offside, giving the Thunderbirds the chance to get back into the offensive zone. And they're going to chip that deep and get the change. With the pressure, Cousins almost picks up that pass. Cormier there, he's going to go with speed, chip that deep. And him and Liam Moffat will be back down in against Blay. Trying to make the play between the legs. That's kicked away, but sent back to the point. The tip, and going for the rebound here. Another shot off the pads. Liam Moffat back on the ice, centering pass, and now be pulled back in deep in the corner. And the pressure's on. And it looks like O'Connor couldn't quite get a hold of it there. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon walks this one in, and that's stolen away. And Thunderbirds with the 2-on-1. Cousins. Pass, and that is blocked by Cormier. And the shot into the shins of Moffat. Steve's backhand to no one as McKinnon picks that up, goes for the move and loses that one. However, we got Pearson in, trying to take that one deep. And Declan Steve gets that cleared back out. And Arbo with an easy walk through, and that's going to be an offside call, I believe. We'll go to the draw circle outside the Thunderbird zone. And we'll go Greeley. Greeley against Terrio. And one back to Godden. Godden sends one in, kicked away by Gallant. Center ice, Cutler tries to go over to Wilson. Greeley goes for the shot, he's denied by Mazarol. And that's sent back in deep, picked up by Steve. Steve's reverses that around. Lance trips over his own feet as the puck makes its way back into Arbo's stick. And the pressure on, and the shot goes wide from Terrio. Lance holding us down as he gets battled into the glass. Godden sending that one up to Wilson, off the boards. Wilson sends it back to Cutler. Cutler going deep, and Wilson getting taken out. Chipped up high, and Shanks going after the puck. Icing waved off. And it looks like Sutter McQuaid making the play in, and we have a penalty coming up for hooking. And that is going to go against number 7, Kobe Terrio. He'll be sitting for 2, sending the Vitos back to a power play here. 2 minutes left. Game 3-2 for the Vitos. And no shots for the Thunderbirds in quite some time, as the Vitos have been dominating the offensive zone here, as well as the defensive zone, blocking anything that comes Millier's way. And Cooling making his way through and centering pass right to the Thunderbird stick. That was number 27, Travis Nicholson, and a big save there by Millia. Coming in. Shot, and nice save back up high and back out, and Trip Livingston will send that on net, and that'll get cleared back out. Livingston gonna go for a run here. Gets this one in, get his team set up. Nice pass over, shot, and that is score! And cooling from Livingston, making it a 4-2 game here in the second period. And 1:10 left in the second period. One back. Gallant out, and the shot, and that'll be gloved down by Gallant.
Vitos goal, a power play goal, score number 22, Casey Cooling. Assist number 19, Trip Livingstone, and number 6, Max McKinnon.
And Max McKinnon getting the second assist on that one. Face off. Brought back to Vitos, centered, and Thunderbirds had control, but lose that back again. We're in the final minute of play here in the second period. It's out front to Bellier and loses it. And another shot that's blockered away by Gallant. Kept in by Bellier. Bellier to Daggle, and Daggle didn't see that pass coming. Held in at the line. Shot, and that's just wide by McQuaid. Pad save there by Gallant. Vitos dominating on shots here in the second period. Cormier makes the shot. Gallant's going to play that in behind the net with the time winding down. I think they just want this period over. And that will do it for the second period, folks. Vitos up 4-2 going into the third. And we will be back after this break. right, welcome back. 40 down, 20 to go, and here we are. The puck drop back in Vitos' possession. Vitos up 4-2, and in control. The shot on net, slowed down, sent away by Milia. Back in behind the net. And Vitos gained control, rimmed around, picked up, and actually just missed by a Hearn there. O'Connor sends that one in as they tag up. And Shanks come with speed. Makes his way through center ice. And nice little move there to get that deep around Price. And he's going to draw a penalty on that one. And we have the Thunderbirds going to the box for tripping. Early here in this third period, the Vitos will get the power play. Number 17, Maxim Learmouth. Going to the box for 2. Bellier at the draw. He'll face off against Fortin and draw all the way back down to Vito's zone. They'll pick this one up and make their way forward. Rimmed around. Bellier sends it back to Daggle. Daggle switching up with O'Toole. He'll go back to Cormier shoots and scores. And Cormier from the blue line nets one for a 5-2 game at 18:41 here in the third period. And shots on goal so far, 28-11 in favor of the Vitos. And we are back at center ice. Jacob Greeley will face off against Alexander Mazerol. And we're back to even strength. Puck drop back to the Thunderbirds. Sent to the boards, and deep play will go against Wilson as he drags him down to the ice with him. Yeah, I don't know where the puck is. Somewhere's in that mess. Godden trying to hold it down. Terrio will come forward, go up. And that is an offside call. Terrio just a hair ahead of the puck there. 18:11 left here. And we'll take this face off just outside the Vito zone. Mazerol for the Thunderbirds. Sent deep. Milia out to settle that one down as Godden picks this up. And snapped up, and that is no icing. Blais will grab this one, go to Terrio. Terrio chips this one center ice, and Godden holds it down and sends that in deep. Dion going up, the one-touch pass back in Vito's possession. Jake Carbeau will send that one in as Wilson chases it down. No one can grab a hold of it from either teams. McQuaid with a soft shot on net. And a backhand pass knocked down. And another shot on net, and that'll be absorbed by Gallant. We will go to the face-off. Here in the Thunderbird zone, Vito's up 5-2. And Draw back to McQuaid. McQuaid is going to go over. Sent in on net. Stick saved away. A backhand pass out to the slot, and the poke check takes Cutler out by Gallant. And Moffat will send that in deep. And a pass right out front. Moffat misses a wide open net. Misses the puck altogether. Moffat with the shot, and that is right into the belly of Gallant. And you can catch the next game, 1 p.m. tomorrow. Game 2 of this playoff series, and this one's going to be in Moncton. Shot and sticked away. Oh, it almost batted out of the air there by Cormier. Cormier looking to walk in through, back over. And another shot, he scores! And a 5-hole goal. And we have all the hockey boys out to support as Whitaker nets one, making it a 6-2 game. And what a difference between the first and the first period and the last 2 periods for the Vitos. And a timeout, Thunderbirds, as they need to regroup here from this one-sided dominance performance coming out of the Vitos after a bit of a laggy first. And we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Timeout over. 16:22 left here in regulation time. 6-2 for the Vitos. Face-off. One back. Peters into the feet. Ahern fans on it. Pass center. High slot. Goes for the shot. And a nice save there by Gallant. Off the boards. Cormier holding it in. And off the side of the head of Peters with the backhand pass there from, what was that, Livingston? Ahern, centering pass, shot, nice pad save by Gallant, sends that all the way to the far corner. Puck back in. He rimmed around, and that'll be finally cleared by McNaughton. Back deep in Vito's zone. Vitos making their way out. And Cooling trying to gain control, going one-on-one with Peters. Take him into the boards. Livingston going for that short side shot, and that's off the skate of Blais. Forte gains control, and that is pickpocket. Livingston makes the move. He sends it over to Cormier. A backhand into Peters, I believe. He'll walk out front and send that into the pads of Gallant. And Gallant will dive on that puck to get the whistle. And we have 34 shots on goal for the Vitos, 11 for the Thunderbirds. Daggle out with O'Toole. Godden. Godden holding down against Connor. Connor wins that battle and puts it out to center ice. Jake Arbeau going wide of the ice over to Daggle, and Daggle's going to use his speed, make his way through. Drop pass to Bellier. Bellier. And a great 5-hole save by Gallant. A shot. The rebound. And Bellier goes to bury one 5-hole. And Gallant shuts the door on that one. And penalty coming up. And O'Toole is going to the box for tripping. We'll bring this down to Vitos' zone for the faceoff. And I wasn't looking over there. I was looking at the draw circle, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but the official caught that one, and the Thunderbirds will be on the power play for 2 with 14:18 left here in the third. That'll be backhanded out by Pearson. Gallant out of the net to try and make that pass. Pearson draws it back to Godden. Godden all the way back to Arbeau. Arbeau sends it, be knocked down by Lance. And Blais will pick that up. He'll battle center ice. And almost a nice little breakaway there for Greeley. Nazarol make his way forward with Carroll. And a pass. Bouncing pass picked up. He couldn't get a hold of it. As the Thunderbirds look to set up here. Shot, stick save by Milia. Arbeau coming in with the body. Pearson. And they're just letting him play with the puck as he makes the clear. Settled down by Gallant. Mazarol will be chased around by Greeley. Terrio trying to make the moves in, denied by McQuaid, sorry. Back to Mazarol. Mazarol takes the slap shot. That is just wide blocker side. 18 seconds left for the Thunderbirds to capitalize on this man advantage. And we have a penalty coming up again. And it looks like we're going to have a high stick call going to Grayson Shanks, number 21. And that's what I think, but head contact going to Shanks. And Thunderbirds 5-on-3 for 12 seconds, and then we'll go back to the man advantage for the rest. Bounce and puck almost went in that open net. Back to Price. As the Thunderbirds are tagging up here. Fortin. And that is denied. Cooling. Coming in. Out to McQuaid. McQuaid shoots and he scores! And that will be a short-handed goal, making it 7-2 for the Vitos. A short-handed goal. And that'll be McQuaid from Cooling. $11:55 left here. In the third, 7-2 Vitos. Sent deep. Dion Blais. Blais will pick this one up.
Vitos goal, short-handed goal, scored by 7, McQuaid.
And Chamberlain along with Nicholson. Chamberlain with the shot. off the legs of Cormier, and that is high over the net. Gain control, Dion sending it off the boards for Matthews. Matthews making the play as he walks through and around, back up to the point. Matthews coming in, the high circle, and a shot, and that'll be sucked up by Milia. .41 seconds here in the power play for the Thunderbirds. As the Vitos lead with a 5-goal spread. And back to the point. Shot. Gets through and a pad save over to the boards. Vitos. And Blais holding it down there at the blue line. Thunderbirds gain control again. A pass, and he is tied up by Arbeau. And I think that was Matthews. Couldn't get a hold of it. Dion picked this one up behind the net. Make the pass to Chamberlain, center ice. Chamberlain going in 3 seconds here. We're back to even strength. Arbeau reverse back around for Godden, and Godden will get that clear to center ice. Steves is going to look for Nicholson. Manages to find him. As the Vitos are getting a change here. Shanks putting the pressure on. He'll swap out, and he'll go to the bench. Chamberlain makes his way in. Nice pass out to Connor, and Connor couldn't get a hold of it. And up. Nice sauce pass there by Moffat. And fumbling puck around, and Vitos make their way forward. Moffat coming in. Shot, and that goes wide. Far side. And Mazurel coming in, looking for that pass to the slot. Denied out. Tied up, pickpocketed by O'Connor. O'Connor and Terrio are going to make their way forward. Arbeau pokes that one away. Mazurel will hold the line for the Thunderbirds. And Max McKinnon going to Cormier. Cormier up. And they're feeding Liam Moffat as Liam Moffat makes their way in and takes the shot. And no whistle as he'll play that out back. 8:41 left here in the third period. Pass going off. Shins of Bellier back into Shank's stick. Bellier sends it in. O'Toole to pick it up. Fires from the goal line on net, and Gallant read that well. Makes the save. Shanks, backhand. Up to McQuaid. McQuaid sends it deep. He'll chase this one down. Loses his edge. And that's poked away by Terrio. As Price puts the pressure on with Blais. O'Toole looking at net one here. He goes wide on that shot. Off the boards, a backhand by Daggle. And we are back out in center ice as Terrio sends that in. And we have a little instigation there in the corner. Holding. And it looks like McQuaid going to the box for holding. McQuaid's arguing as he's confused on the call. Hard to tell from this angle exactly what happened, but I did see some A little bit of a scrum there. Poked in. Steves will take control. Send it deep. And Steves misses that one at the line. Dion is going to come in as Gallant settles it down for him. McQuaid for holding the stick. Puck deep. Arbo tries to go around to Wilson. That's picked up by Lance, and Dion with the shot. And that'll be gloved down by Amelia. Shots on goal, 41-17 in favor of the Vitos in this 7-2 game with 6:48 left. The Thunderbirds coming out swinging in the first, netting 2 goals and going into the second 2-0. And Vitos answering back, giving them a 5-goal lead in this game 1 of the playoffs. Steves will pick this one up. 1:06 left in this power play for the Thunderbirds. Steves to Nicholson. Nicholson making the move past Cutler. Nicholson walking in. Poked away by Amelia. Back to Steves. Chamberlain going low and making that drive for the slot. And the pass denied and cleared out. Dio going to chip this one in. Vitos trying to kill this clock off. Back in Thunderbirds' possession. A pass denied by Cormier and a wild slap shot there by Blais. Going backhand. And Liam will pick that one up. And get to clear. Can't quite tell who's chasing that down. Dion's going to hold him against the boards and take him out at the legs. Back to Godden as we're back to even strength. Godden sends one on net, and that's just wide of the net. Missed puck at the line. Managed to keep it in, but that'll be cleared out by Dion. And 5 minutes left here in regulation time. Arbo. Arbo wheeling in. Pass out front. Oh. Pearson was on the forecheck, but just couldn't get there in time to connect with it. Denied that shot. And off the glass and out. Godden back in for Blais to pick up. But Greeley was there to steal that away. And Mazerow getting the moves in. He gets the toe drag off, but could not get a hold of it to get a quality shot. And Amelia is hurt. And I'm not sure what happened or what is wrong here, but he seems like he can't get up. We'll have Luca Riva coming in to take his place. Oh no. Something wrong with his leg. He must have pulled something. That is not good. First game of the playoffs and your starting goaltender is injured. All right. I hope he's okay. I didn't see what happened. If it was just a bad movement, it must have been. And he pulled something. Back to Price. Price with the shot. And Luca with the first save of him jumping in net with 3:49 left here in the game. And Vitos are up 7-2. High slot. Back to the point and just missed. And that'll be chased down and picked up by Whitaker. Whitaker walks this one in and a nice save by Gallant. Back to Price. As they're looking to go up to Terrio. Terrio backhand chips that one. Back into possession of Shanks. Shanks going to walk this one in. And the shot denied up into the netting. And I see my kids looking back on the video to see what happened to Samuel. And we're back at the face-off here in Thunderbird zone. Vitos up 7-2, 3 minutes left. McKinnon tried to make the pass back, and that was denied by Carroll. Martin Carroll. Right out front, the shot, and a nice save, and a nice rebound. Liam Moffat getting in there, getting those shots off, and Gallant just denying everything he sends his way. The affiliate trying to net himself a goal here. And Sean Ahern making his way in, going for the shot. Blaze going to deny that one. Back around. As Lance will take the hit and try to pick this up. Cormier gains control. And Moffat with the great play out to the slot, and a great save there by Gallant. Thunderbirds trying to gain control again, sends it right back to the Vitos as we have a knee coming up. And looks like we have Kyron Lance going to the box. As he's smiling and laughing. And just instigating the heck out of Cormier and McKinnon. And I don't know how long he's going for. Looks like just 2 for that one. Minute and 51 left here. And that's going to be a 4-minute. And we got all the boys moving over by the penalty box. Ref's not having it, getting them to move back. And we're back at the face-off here. Finish this one out with the Vitos on the power play. Steves. And a goal. We have a quick goal right off the face-off, making it 8-2 for the Vitos. And Steves is going. Not sure why, but Steves is out. We'll see what the announcer says. And Vitos will draw this one back. And Pearson is going to walk this one in, all the way in behind the net. Shot, that's a nice pad save by Gallant. And that will be cleared out as Cousins going in. Oh, that's not Pearson. Sorry, that's Godden. My bad. I saw the 7 and I didn't see the 1. Price taking him into the boards. And Pearson's there. All right. They're both on the ice right now. And a shot off Lerma's shins. Last minute of play. And 40 seconds left here. Vitos just making some plays around. Godden sending it into the shin, so he'll go back to the point. Arbo with the shot. And the tip right out front and the backhand, and that just goes in front of the net. And the play is whistled down as the net was off. And a goal by Talon Pearson, unassisted. Face off, back to McQuaid. McQuaid walks it in, goes for that top corner and just misses wide. And Declan Steves is getting a 10-minute misconduct. I don't know what he did. I didn't quite see it, but he's out of the game. And 6 seconds left, and McQuaid, one last push to Moffat, and that'll be picked away as Blay will send that down on Luca, and that will do it, folks, for game 1 of the playoff. Vitos take it 8-2. And these two teams will be back on the ice tomorrow at the Greenfoot Energy Center at 1 p.m. for game 2 of this playoff series. And once again, guys, my name is Jake Gupta with High Button Sports. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to go like us on all our socials. Just search up High Button Sports. Thank you.